HMS Victory, the legendary British warship famous as Admiral Nelson's flagship at the Battle of Trafalgar 1805. We'll divide it into 10 parts, each like a documentary script, clear, historical, and cinematic. Pirate Flag HMS Victory, the complete history 10-part series. Part 1 Birth of a Legend 1759–1765. In the mid-18th century, Britain ruled the seas, but rival nations like France and Spain threatened her naval power. To secure dominance, the Royal Navy ordered a new first-rate ship of the line, a floating fortress of 100 guns. Designed by Sir Thomas Slade, construction began in 1759, at Chatham Dockyard. The same year Britain achieved victories on land and sea, hence the ship's fitting name, Victory. After 6 long years of craftsmanship, the mighty HMS Victory was launched in 1765, a masterpiece of oak and iron. Part 2 Early service and calm years 1765–1778. Surprisingly, after launch, Victory spent years in reserve, more than unused. The British Navy had too many ships and not enough wars. It wasn't until 1778, during the American War of Independence, that Victory was commissioned for active duty. Under Admiral Keppel, she led the British fleet into battle against the French at Ushant, her first real test at sea. Part 3 The war years begin 1778–1793. The Victory became a veteran of multiple engagements, serving under different commanders. She saw action across the Atlantic and the Mediterranean. During this time, naval warfare evolved, new tactics, cannons, and formations emerged. By the 1790s, Victory was aging, but far from retired. Part 4 Nelson's flagship 1803–1805. When Britain faced Napoleon's France, Victory was chosen as the flagship of Vice Admiral Horatio Nelson. Nelson personally inspected and refitted her, transforming her into a floating command post. In 1805, she led the British fleet into one of history's greatest naval battles, the Battle of Trafalgar. Part 5 The Battle of Trafalgar. October 21, 1805, off the coast of Spain. Nelson aboard Victory gave the legendary signal. Right finger, England expects that every man will do his duty. Victory sailed straight into the French-Spanish line, exchanging deadly broadsides. Cannon fire tore through decks, masts shattered, and smoke covered the sea. Despite chaos, Britain won a decisive victory, ending Napoleon's hopes of invading England. But Nelson was mortally wounded on her deck, dying a hero. Part 6 After Trafalgar 1805–1824. Victory limped back to England, damaged but victorious. She became a symbol of courage and sacrifice. Over time, she was refitted again and again, but never returned to major battle. By 1824, she was retired from active service, a veteran of over 40 years. Part 7 The Forgotten Years 1824–1900. For decades, Victory served as a depot and training ship. Her glory faded, she deteriorated in dockyards, nearly scrapped several times. But public outcry, especially from historians and admirals, saved her. The ship that carried Nelson would never be destroyed. Part 8 Restoration and Preservation 1900–1920s. By the early 20th century, Victory was in poor condition. In 1922, King George V ordered her restoration. She was moved to a permanent dry dock at Portsmouth Historic Dockyard, where she remains today. The project aimed not just to repair her, but to preserve her as a national monument. Part 9 Museum Ship and Symbol of Pride 1922 Today. HMS Victory became one of the most visited ships in the world. She represents British naval heritage, craftsmanship, and the spirit of Nelson's Navy. Every detail, from her cannons to her captain's cabin, tells a story of courage and sea power. She's still a commissioned warship, the oldest in the world still in service. Part 10. Legacy of HMS Victory. More than wood and iron. Victory is a symbol of human determination, leadership, and sacrifice. Her story connects centuries of naval history. She reminds us that nations are built not just by armies, but by those who brave the sea. Even today, she stands proud in Portsmouth, a living memory of Britain's age of sail.